What's up, YouTube? So we got a run going where I think we might be able to unlock the Chaos Tome. Gotta get all the charge stations in all three areas without leaving the charge area. So it is the single most difficult challenge in the game, in my opinion. Some people might think otherwise, but those people are crazy, in my opinion. The main problems with this build, or the run that you have to do, is you have to be really fast getting to these charge stations, but you also can't slack off in terms of defense or in terms of being able to kill bosses, because bosses will be your main threat in this run. I picked weapons that deal tremendous damage to bosses because they are so deadly. Swarms don't matter as much because you'll be getting a lot of incidental buffs that will help you maintain survival against the swarms, like as you can see, I've got armor, evasion, and plenty of fucking lifesteal over there. I will take the power-up drop chance because that's a lot of it, and you can only get it from shrines. If it had been less, then I might have considered the other stats there. 2 boss shrines right next to the boss portal. I believe that's the 4th one of these. Move speed is probably the most relevant stat here right now. A lot of boss shrines here. I need to make sure not to accidentally click those when I come out of here. Luck is pretty good. Knockback is also really good, so we're taking knockback. Things that are nice to get from the shrines is projectile count and then extra jumps. Projectile count's the thing that keeps you the safest. Oh my god, there's a lot of fucking more power up drop chance. You need to be really careful about not getting pushed around or blown around, I should say. Because, you know, the thing that can spawn in the desert or in the forest is those exploding fucking guys that can just eat you across the map. The reason we're not doing it in the desert is because at least those exploding guys you can kind of avoid. If a tornado spawns under you, it just fucking is run. You like your odds with the tornadoes better than you like your odds with the exploding guys, you could always try desert, but desert's also a much bigger map, so you'll definitely need move speed if you do that. Now, what I like to do is when the boss spawns, I just focus it to death so it'll stop being a fucking problem as fast as possible. I don't know how this fucker's not getting frozen, but it is what it is. He is dead. And now he's no longer a problem. That allows us to get to this charge station, or these charge stations, as fast as possible without having to worry about the boss spawning in some kind of AoE and knocking us up into the air. Obviously, the one thing we're really trying to, you know, it's kind of RNG reliant, but if we don't, sometimes you can do a run of the forest and not spawn any of the floating boys, and if that happens, that's basically going to be your best chance to get this shit done. But yeah, like I said, that's pretty heavy on the RNG. Obviously, if you don't have shields, by the way, you should definitely at least pick up 1 shield. If you're doing this run yourself, you could probably replace the armor with the projectile count tome if you really want that extra damage. You really want to go ham in terms of DPS. I just like the armor because it makes you just a little bit safer so you can make more mistakes. But that's personal preference. Attack speed is probably pretty important because it's going to keep your shotgun blast pushing back the enemies and keeping them out of the fucking circle, charging circle, which is very important against the explodey boys. They can never reach you, they can never explode on you. We do not ever want to take this beacon item. It will basically fuck our chances of doing this up. I mean, not completely, obviously, but it's just not good for the run. It's already hard enough. The only small advantage it gives us for this run is that it makes these things into a healing shrine, which not really that much of, not that important. So here you can see these guys started spawning in and they're already just getting shoved back into oblivion. We do have to be really, really fucking careful, and I cannot stress this enough, that if you do walk into one and it starts to fucking explode, you need to make sure you're not getting blown in the direction of a charge shrine. It will end your run immediately. Because it'll blow you on right the fuck through that charge shrine. One way you can deal with these guys is you can just run into them and they'll explode. Usually they spawn in waves, at least towards the beginning of the area. Actually toward the end they'll start spawning, you know, occasional ones of them, just like one or two here and there. But when they first show up, they usually show up in a big pack, so if you just run through that pack as fast as possible and do like a little bunny hop over them, you can usually just get rid of the whole pack at one time that way. I don't know how many charge shrines we're on. I think it's about 10. Should be about 5 more in the area. Obviously, it's hard to keep track of the number and also play the game and also talk at the same time, so we're just gonna assume it's 10 and that this is 11 here. Sure, I think the power up multiplier. We got a pretty high level of power up drop chance right now, so yeah, we'll take a campfire. Doesn't hurt to have. I need to be really fucking careful about this slope and these fucking explodey guys. Like I said, never take the beacon. Especially near this goddamn wall. Remember, your knockback cannot knock the enemy through the wall, so keep that in mind. You have a charge shrine that's pushed up against the wall, then you want to stand on the far side of it so you can stay as far away from the fucking explodey boys as possible. The one advantage you do have that you normally wouldn't have is that if you right click, you can aim both the shotgun and the sniper rifle. So in the, you know, the off chance that you really need a clutch moment, you can actually get that clutch moment. Unlike other builds where you're pretty much just reliant on whether the fucking attack decided to go in the direction of the enemy or not. It does look like we got most of, if not all of the fucking charge shrines already. I'm gonna use this move speed buff to check one more loop. We're obviously looking with our eyes and with the mini-map. A little bit difficult to do, mind you, because it's hard to look in two places at once. But I think we managed pretty okay so far. Yeah, it does look like we got it all cleared out. There might have been one over there in the corner, actually. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. There we go. That guy is tanky as fuck. I'm not trying to fight you right now, Mr. Stone Golem. We need damage as much as we can get. I did not mean to click that. Not a big a deal, it's only 5%. Obviously, do not click those. Do avoid difficulty where possible. But like I said, this challenge is plenty hard already. You do not need to make it harder. Oh my god, there's one right there. Do a little bit of a slow walk up so we can make sure we're clearing out the circle before we go into it. Be very careful not to get hit by this fucking golem. And we're just gonna kind of do a little slow loop around right here. Okay. Looks like we got everything. I don't see any other ones. This will be exponentially easier once they add the map that you can actually see to the game. So, I look forward to that. If you haven't got this challenge completed and you're having a really hard time with it, then maybe just wait for that update. It will definitely make this challenge a lot easier. Right now, we are in a very dangerous position because, yeah, we are not dealing enough damage. Which is fucking insane to think about, because we have some of the best damaging items in the game. We're just rolling really dog shit stats for them. Alright, I need to get the fuck up out of here. A little bit. Trying to focus down some of this AoE skills. Okay, that one boss is gone. Oh, that'll be massive for us right there. Need to really focus this fucking boss with his power up as much as we can. Huge damage increase. Well, oh my god, that just fucking killed us. Luckily we had as a world though. I don't know how we died to that. That's some bullshit. Got hit by both attacks fucking in the same frame. Yeah, we definitely need more damage. I guess attack speed is the closest thing we can get to damage right now. Crit chance is pretty good. Damage on Frostwalker also not bad. Not right. It's not really that much damage, mind you, so it's not really worth picking up, but it's a good option. Attack speed. I mean, picking up some chests might not be a bad idea. I don't know how long we have left on this world though, and I don't really want to risk the run for it, so we'll pick up this free chest that's like right next to us, and then we'll head the fuck out of here. Get more armor, because apparently we're still in the range where we can be fucking one-tapped. Or I suppose 1-2 tapped, but still kind of bullshit. Attack speed. Where the fuck is this chest? This is a very dangerous spot to be. Alright, let me get the fuck out of here before we get overwhelmed by ghosts. Nope. Can't open that chest. Attack speed. Out. O-U-T, bitch. Okay, we're gonna try to count here. Again, I'm probably gonna lose track of it, so. But, here's the first one. The main goal is to not leave the fucking area, because I swear to God, I've thrown so many of these runs just because I'll be standing there and then I level up inside the circle and then fucking leave the area thinking that I got the charge mechanic, and then I realize that I actually got the level up screen instead. I think a way they could help with that would be to change the color of the fucking screen a little bit. Make it blue instead of the default gray. Or, you know, make the level up screen green and the charge ring blue or something. just to help it visually be distinctive. Because, like I said in the past, it does blend together when you're sitting here for many hours trying to do these runs. It does eventually start to just all bleed together, especially if you're late at night. I'm not super late at night right now, so that does help a lot. Blood magic could help heal sustain, but also move speed. That's kind of the main thing we need right now, I think. So that's like the fourth one of those we've charged, I'm pretty sure. There's 2 more over here, so that's 5 and 6. Supposedly, there's only 15 per stage. Supposedly. Projectile count. Okay. I always like to stand really close to the pillar on the last stage, just in case I do attempt to walk out and give myself the most time to realize what I'm fucking doing. We could print up some wrenches here, so that's 6. My god, this boss is scary. He's so fucking tanky. Alright, we got all our wrenches. We can dip the fuck out of here. I do want to grab this and kill this boss so we can do our shit in peace. Not have to deal with getting knocked out by this guy. Luckily, we found that attack speed upgrade, which will help clear this guy right the fuck up out of here. Projectile drop, or power of drop chains coming in real clutch there. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. Free chest over here. We'll take it because we got a red card and damage matters. That's not really that important. It does give us a little bit of armor, so we're not gonna complain that much. Not gonna click on the challenge shrines right now because we're kind of at the end of the run anyway. So this is 7, that's 8, that's 9. That's 9 total. 2 extra jumps is fucking insane. What the hell? No, get the fuck out of here. Don't you push me out this goddamn circle, you motherfucker. Okay. We're going over to this Moai to see what we can get out of it. Beer is good, moldy cheese is good. How many cheeses we got? 1. Definitely taking the cheese. So this should be 10 here. Next one down. No, nothing down there. There's a fucking guy with a hat down here. Heal our damage even more. What do you got? We'll just take the slurp gloves. Everything there was basically about the same level. Slurp gloves does give us a little bit more AoE, so that's cool. Moai, definitely take the legendary. Not really that meaningful at this point in the run, but better than nothing. Better than that green item for sure. So we're looking for any charge shrines left on the map. There's 2 up there. That might be the last 2. Nope, there's 2 over here. That's putting us firmly on 14, so. There it is. There's the last one down here. Okay, so we know where they all are at least. We have 4 minutes to get them. We're getting pushed around by this, which I don't love. Oh my god, what the fuck? How is it this? How the fuck is the swarm standing here? I don't understand, dude. We have so much damage. And everything we do is a fucking AoE. All with piercing. Lord have mercy. Fuck it, dude. We need something. Alright, we cleared this shit out. I'm trying to be extremely careful about walking up to this shit. They got this wall here that they can use to push me out of it with. Damage. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good option at this point. Alright, we're getting close to the last one. There was 2 more up here and then 2 more above that. Just gotta try not to fucking goof this up. Very carefully fucking approach these. What kind of crit chance do we have right now? 50%. That's pretty good damage. Oh my god. Fucking charge fast, please. I don't think we can kill this guy in a reasonable amount of time. Okay, we've got 3 more up here, so I must have miscounted. I'm gonna wait for this to be over with and then walk over and charge one. Try to avoid getting launched by anything here. Okay, we've got extra jumps. We can wait for the fucking golem to do his attack again. Okay. Now we're gonna go over here and charge this one real fast. Alright, 1 more and we should be done if I got the rest in the other stages. Okay. Grab these mobs a little bit. Very carefully get in the range here. Holy fuck, charge faster. Apparently I missed one. I don't know if it was in this stage or the ones previous. It's impossible to fucking know. Obviously we're just gonna roam around at this point and try to find it because all we can do. Oh, there's one right here. This could be it. Still not it. Alright, goddammit. I know I didn't walk out of the area of any of them, so I'm either still missing one or I gotta be missing one somewhere, dude. I know I didn't fucking fall out the area in this whole run. Unless there was some kind of real fucking bullshit mechanics going on somewhere. You die, please. Fucking ridiculous amount of damage and this dude's still alive. Jesus Christ. Okay, we got another cheese. That'll help. Unfortunately, I don't know, man. I don't see anything. You don't have to complete the run for this challenge, so already got the ones that were up there. Once the ghosts start spawning in, it's kind of GG anyways. Man, what the fuck? Where is this shit, man? Come on. Oh my god, it's right fucking there. No, get the fuck away from me. Yes! Got it. Let's fucking go, bro. Worth. So that's only my third attempt at using this build, and I managed to do it. So I think that's fairly easy. Obviously, you might be able to use a different starting character. I like Noelle as a starting character for this because the little AoE you get to freeze enemies makes it really a lot easier in the early part of the run to get those early charge rounds. Any character will work, obviously, but yeah, it's just I like this character. You'll probably be better off doing it with a, you know, you could try Tony McZoom or the calcium method as well, but I don't like doing those because, yeah, it's pretty hard to stay in the circle when you have that substantial amount of move speed. But you can definitely snowball a lot harder with those characters, so if you're really struggling, then maybe try those out. You could try Giga Chad, or like another character. If you wanted to start with Aura instead of this. In my opinion, this is just as good as Aura. It may not seem like it is, but like it does more base damage than Aura, and it scales with attack speed the same, and it actually has a CC mechanic, so you don't just get fucking absolutely clapped. Now, don't get me wrong, we are doing definitely -1 fucking damage right now. That's because we didn't level our main skill at all. The main skill just exists to CC enemies. It's not really there for damage. We might not even be able to fucking complete this run just based off of the, you know, just based off of the fucking low-ass DPS we have. Obviously, if we get Sniper Rifle back, we'll be good. It's just, can we get that, you know? It's funny that I can, like, right-click to pull up the fucking aim cursor, even though I don't have the item. This is where a Jinx doll or something would be real fucking useful. More cheese and blood transfusion obviously doesn't really stack that hard off of this much attack speed when you only have one. I mean, if we had the cleaver, we'd be going apeshit because we are doing a crazy amount of lifesteal. Bloody cleaver makes it where every time you lifesteal, it puts a blood transfusion stack on somebody, so that's a legendary, but it's an extremely powerful legendary. I don't have it turned on currently because I didn't want to turn it on for this challenge run because I didn't want to dilute the options that I actually picked up. In terms of what's on and what's off, it's basically what you see in the build is turned on currently. Like the stuff in the top left there. So you have Frostwalker, Sniper Rifle, Katana, and Shotgun. Got Lifesteal Tome, you've got Size Tome, Attack Speed Tome, and Armor Tome. Armor Tome is pretty good for avoiding getting one-tapped. It also helps a lot in this final boss fight because he has so many abilities that just stop you from healing. And his little balls tend to do a fuckload of damage. And if you have Aegis in this fight, it doesn't even work, so it's a dead item. We gotta be getting close, man. Like, I'm telling you, once we get the Sniper Rifle online, his health is gonna just disappear. Not disappear, but it's definitely gonna go down like 4 or 5 times fucking faster than this. It's not like we farmed kills or anything to get like a crazy good amount of DPS going. And a lot of the choices we took or made were to charge shrines faster, not to, you know, deal DPS. Like, normal run, you definitely wouldn't have 10 fucking wrenches. Oh my god, that did a lot of damage. There it is. It only took us the full 5 minutes, bro. Okay, though. We do have a lot of extra jumps, so we can get straight up here. Imagine you actually had to charge these as part of the Chaos Tome. And I just threw the fucking run right there. That would have been insane. Would have been so fucking tilted. Yeah, definitely doing a tremendous amount more damage right now. I don't know why it's choosing to target those guys instead of this fucking boss, but whatever. If you've never seen this strategy before, this is a strategy from literally every video game that ever existed. It's called running around the enemy in a tight circle because they can't fucking adjust to hit you in time. It works in basically every game. Works in Path of Exile, works in this game, works in Dark Souls. Doesn't work much in Elden Ring because people abused it so much in the Dark Souls series that the developers specifically made the bosses have like wide as fuck AoEs on their close attacks. But it works fairly well in most games. It's a very powerful strat for difficult fights. It's just one of those things where you kind of have to get change your mentality because a lot of people will try to do things like make a distance in boss fights, but you're actually trying to do the opposite. It's funny because we're definitely not finishing this on time, by the way. But maybe if we had gotten shotgun as our second item, we might have been able to, because I did buff shotgun a lot. But shotgun being our last item does not bode well. But if we do anything, we're timing out. Because, or I guess we're dying to ghost, not the fucking boss. We are managing to do an okay amount of damage to him, don't get me wrong, but it's not enough. In a normal run, we would have had 10 cheese instead of 10 fucking wrench. And then this boss would be getting absolutely clapped. One of the items that you can probably leave on to help with this type of thing is the hammer that makes you deal 15% more boss damage. I had it turned off so I could get more wrenches, but could be a pickup that's worthwhile. I basically turned off all of the green items that I didn't deem were, you know, very powerful or very important for the run. Oh my fucking god, we are going to die. Well, we got katanas online at least. Like I said, it's not gonna be enough. It's crazy to think that all of this spam of fucking attacks and this motherfucker still is not building up any transfusion stacks. He is starting to take a little bit of that poison damage though. We gotta get a lot tighter on him with our katanas because I didn't really upgrade the size a whole lot on those. And we didn't manage to get too many levels into the size tome. Just a few levels into the size tome is pretty meaningful though. Especially since it gives you so damn much AoE. a lot of our side is just in the straight up weapons. Oh, we are so fucking cooked, boys. If I manage to live in the ghost long enough to kill this boss, I will be fucking amazed. I mean, the ghosts themselves aren't really a threat for the first minute or so, but this is the problem, is we're getting knocked all over the fucking place by this bullshit. And we don't have our shotgun, which is the main source of our knockback. And our close range defenses. Obviously, Katana can do a lot to carry that. Holy shit, boys. We managed it. We now got our shotgun back. As you can see, it's not really changing the DPS a whole lot. Like I said, not really weren't really a DPS run. Holy shit. There it is. Well, we managed to accomplish the actual goal, which was to get the Chaos Tome unlocked. There it is. As you can see, sniper rifle and poison and shotgun doing a fair amount of damage, not like an insane amount of damage. Katana obviously not doing much, but it's only level 4. I mean, what can you expect? And then Frostwalker doing fucking virtually nothing, also only level 4. And the main point of Frostwalker isn't to deal damage, it's just to CC the enemies that get close to you in the early parts of the run. Once you get your shotgun online and you got, fast enough attack speed and a lot of projectile count, you'll basically be knocking all the enemies way the fuck away from you. So there is that. And that's pretty much it. So if you liked the video, leave a like. Comment below if you think you got a better strategy. I'd like to see it. And subscribe for future content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.